media preview, artists as well as members from the press. We're very happy to have you all here so that we can share the story about what our anniversary of our first year. And basically, it's the 30 artists, is what Dora mentioned, put together, mostly local artists and a few international artists from Brazil, from Turkey, and from Malaysia and Indonesia as well. So later, feel free. I mean, we will do a sort of like a introduction to the artists and their work. So feel free to talk with them. And I think some of you have already started, chatting up with the artists and finding more about their works. Yeah. So basically, a bit more about what. Maybe a little bit more about what. Okay, before we go into what we've done for the past first year, we're happy that tomorrow, for our first anniversary celebration, we are honoured to have Madam Halimah Yaakob, Speaker of Parliament, to grace the occasion. We feel very honoured to have her tomorrow. At the same time, we're also happy that Mr. Iskandar Jalil, or Pak Iskandar, will be the guest artist for tomorrow's occasion. And he, as you can see, showcased among the artworks will be his recent ceramic creation. So we're very honoured to have him part of the exhibition. On top of that, the 30 artists who are part of the exhibition, we are very thankful. Thank you for being part of our first anniversary. Probably later we will just all the 30 artists' names. We'll run through them, and then yeah.
Okay, it's been a long road. And I think we are very happy to have 30 of our friends. It's just not artists, but artists and gallery. They're all our friends. And for the past year, it's been a very challenging road. And for today, we have, I think, one of the most collective togetherness and a gathering of artists from Singapore, especially, and also the region. So later, our head of our curatorial team, Mr. Sunar Sugio. Okay, I think he'll just give a bit of chat on the artists.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jeffrey and Madam Mastura. Thank you again for coming. The press, I guess. Thank you for coming again, Madam Anita. Thank you for the wonderful option of Mas, Mas not from her name. Mas is Kim. Kim in Chinese is gold. Mas in Malay is Mas lah, Mas, The ladies like to wear mask now, so that's the Mas. Okay, so we're gonna have a short tour of the curators tour from start over there. So I guess we already introduced some of the early artists and we know each other. So tomorrow will be the big day of the first anniversary. So we started with my painting titled Birth, okay, the beginning of men. So we'll start from there and then we'll go up. Okay, before, just a short history of this building. This building is about 100 years old, yeah?
Close to 100 years old.
Close to 100 years old. One of the oldest architectural did by the British colonial during that time.
Those days.
During those days. But in actual fact, it's not the British, I think. Anyway, that is a separate session that we can talk about. It's a bit sensitive. Yeah. So, yeah. And careful, we have the first floor and the second floor. Taking care of a herd is much easier than taking care of your children. So, but 30 artists from Brazil, from Turkey, from Malaysia, and from Singapore, and Indonesia, especially Bali. And we have 30 works with a small given space. We have to accommodate that in order to have balance and the fluidity of the works. 30 works with various sizes and various themes. And some of those work are conceptual work, And you need to really arrange it properly. It's a challenge for us. We work as a team, work ahead, but that's normal, I guess. So we did manage. End of the day, we did manage to put up the work harmonically. So thank you for that. Your comment and your attendance and your participation and your willingness to contribute to the art circle in Singapore is so wonderful. We need people like you, me, the gallery, the society. So we create our own society, the art society. So we have to socialize in that sense, so that to educate and pass the word of mouth, and from there that is part of the education and it benefit the masses, hopefully. So we are young, we are only 40 years old in art, and we have veterans here also. So we have good mentor from the culinary. Sorry, and again the second and first generation artists, and we hope the third generation like me, myself, Jeff, Rosihan, and the rest, Sok Fong, and sorry if I don't mention your name, to continue the legacy of our art world in Singapore. So yeah, I don't want to long-winded. So
not really.
So I just cut it short, and maybe tomorrow will be maybe a blast one. So that's another different.
The works at the first level. There are also some works upstairs. Feel free to have a look.
Yeah.
There are all the other artists. And maybe Chinoy would like to go through some a little bit of a tour for all the works for our friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Please bear with me. Each work I will just explain briefly about the work. Can everybody come forward? So maybe my one take a slightly longer one, maybe about 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, the idea came when I paint this work. It was last 2-3 months. Even though I'm busy, but I still keep on working. So I hope every artist here should, no matter how they are busy, please don't stop working for the sake of art. I hope you all continue to do this. We know that we have a lot of other areas that we need to fulfill, but to let go and to free our mind and soul to express ourselves and frustration in a good way, you can express it to arts. So here we have a lot of media. Here we have conceptual art, we have abstract, we have printmaking, we have experimental art, we have the conventional one, more conventional one. Okay, mine is about birth, the beginning of man. So this is an interactive work. This work is done in 2003 and it's a mixed media. So in conjunction of Maya, 1 year. So this is the beginning of when Maya back then, me, myself, Chef and Mantura, we was talking in Bali and the idea came up. So it's an interactive work. This is an old river pebble wash found in Bali, our friend place, art space in Kelungkong in Bali, Batu Bela, is it Batu Bela? Yeah, Batu Bela, art space. So I pick up 8 or 9 of these pebbles from one of the artists when they did a big installation. So I carve it into a symbol of a gunungan. A gunungan is from the mythology of Hinduism mythology, from the Ramayana epic. So this symbolized in wayang kulit, you will see this symbol, part of the play of so many different characters. So it symbolizes the tree of life, but in Japanese we call it gunongan. You have this gunongan. If you know about Ramayana epics, they usually use this as a performance, in their performance. Okay, so if you lift up, I cut it short, yeah? So tomorrow maybe we can go longer. So there is a baby, an embryo. So, and it tells everything here. So the question is, what are we? Where are we going? Where do we come from? So for you guys to think and ponder about it. So that is the beginning of man. So that is the birth of Maya 9 months ago. We're still crawling. Toddler. So we go to next work by Brazilian artist, which based in Singapore. Dusa.
Very difficult to get.
Come, Dusa. Yeah.
For Dusa, what we like about it is her exploration of using material, acrylic, which is non-conventional. And what interesting about her work is that even though there is a lot of vibrant color in here and very chaotic and very angry, but there is a certain element of feminine. Yeah, sorry, I slur a bit. So, Dusa, please explain 1 minute. Yeah, just 1 minute. So we got 30 artists.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
Go.
Yeah, I was very honored, first of all, to be invited to this great opportunity. First year of a gallery, and open the doors for international art, not from Singapore. So I am very honored. So my work normally explores material, surface, and I'm very I like to work with color. So for this special event, I create this work, and the orange symbolizes energy. Energy and little dancer is the title. So what is a little dancer? Little dancer is a child who has a lot of hopes, energy, and hopes for the future. And that's what I want for Maya. I'm very into the moment, to enjoy the moment, but I also hope that Maya gets many more years ahead with a lot of success and a lot of great artists that today I met and I already met before.
Thank you. Okay, that's Dusa. Dusa been with us for 3 exhibitions, so I guess she's very happy. And the next one is Naskaya. When Jeffrey and Mastura went to Indonesia, so they met Naskaya. So they bought a couple of their work, and yeah, now Naskaya is in Houston.
She's Turkish.
She's Turkish. So there's a similarity of work and stroke here. Happiness, maybe angry, maybe freedom. I see freedom here. To me, I have a painting titled "Freedom Equals to Glory." So I guess you try to let go the soul and let her be freedom. So I think you have to understand what really works from the heart. You have to really understand what works from the heart. So for you guys to ponder also. So that is Naskaya.
A little bit more is that Nas has been shifting from country to country.
Yeah.
So the word freedom has been exploratory. And when she was in Jakarta, she was observing the chaosness of Jakarta, the traffic, the people, and that gave her a kind of intense mood to create this kind of art. You can see it stemming from what you have mentioned, right? Yeah. There's this movement, chaotic and everything, and a sense of freedom. So every time she moves to a place, there'll be another new body of works. It's very, very interesting. That's why and Naz is also a professional. She's an interior designer. So we can see by the forms and she played and the colors, very, very bold colors. So like Dusa and Nas, women, you see. But when you look at the colors, we will say, hey, you know, this is really very strong character. Women with very strong character.
Thank you.
Aziza and also okay.
Unfortunately, can't be here.
Yeah, Nas can be here. She just shifted from Jakarta to Houston because her husband is also shifting back. But sends the best regards to all of us. Yeah.
The next one is Putu Bonus. Putu Bonus is a young upcoming artist from Bali. When I have a conversation with him, I'm too busy to settle the problem out there, the world. I have my own problem to solve, which is still unfinished until today. So this is what he came up with. Usually he has bigger works, but this particular one, he tried to experiment with watercolor, and what he have in mind when he's painting, when we have this conversation, I just let it go. Again, the freedom. Maybe a lot of artists, I don't know, I heard some say that either we are genius or we are nuts. So I guess most of these work are really pretty genius work from artist's point of view. So she had bigger works. We tried to plan some exhibition later again. So next we will go to another guy. The same thing. There is a spiritual input in some of these Balinese artists because they are Hinduism. Their belief in Hinduism are very, very staunch. They have every day, every moment.
Yes,
praying,
lots of prayers, festivals, you know, very intense, very deep. These two guys has the widest collection of a lot of spiritual books. Very, very.
Yeah.
And Suklu also teaches art in Institute of Arts in Bali also. Yeah. Very familiar with charcoal forms and everything, and coming to this kind of work is approaching it, call it seeing into believing. This is conscious and subconscious kind of work. His works are now being heavily acquired in Indonesia now.
What interesting about this work is he used the back of the canvas rather than the front.
Yes.
So that is how he explored with this harmony and fluidity because of the smoothness of this texture. So that is so cool because the Indonesian exploration of material is so fantastic. So we should learn from how they use materials. The advantage that they can get raw materials out there very easily rather in comparison with Singapore. Yeah. So other than our master potters, Iskandar Jalil, well sought after now. Everybody is looking for his work, and then there's no more work to produce anymore. And he's 72 years old, so he's declining health, but he's still as stubborn as the horse. So I had his spot about 4 or 5. Lucy Han, we keep some of his spots. So you can book now.
Iskandar, one thing to mention is that talking about his health, I think half of his eye is blind. Yes. Amazingly, yes, sometimes you can see the effects, you know. I think, you know, like us, we have 2 eyes, so sometimes we hit against things, you know. But when he gets down to do his portrait, it's He's one with the pots, and you can look it's seamless. It's seamless. And I find it amazing because and I asked him, Iskandar, how are you okay with a bit of sight and all that? And he says, no. When I touch the clay, my hands are my hands. It's very amazing. Yeah. These are his latest collection of works. I think there's more on the other side. Later we come to that.
You go with one eye, you see?
Yeah.
The roundness of throwing is so perfect. Many people still can't get this glazing. When I was in LaSalle before San Patrick, it's a secret ingredient for this glazing. So next, Charlotte is a lecturer, educator, art teacher, sorry.
about the surreal landscape of the mind. I think I process a lot of the chaotic, like, I think everybody's, the key word today seems to be chaotic. But for me, it's, I find resolution in my work. So I look forward to painting when I'm free, so that I can think through a lot of things in life. Sometimes it feels like we're always just ticking off, to-do lists and, getting on the train, getting the next thing done. And for me, art is very sacred. It's a space that I can go in within myself to resolve, like I say, a lot of the issues and things that happen around me. These works are on watercolors. I like to work in mixed media. And these two pieces of work is really a watercolor on clay board. It's actually kaolin clay that's packed into hardboard, so it's a different material altogether. So yeah, I think, and I use the landscape as the vehicle whereby I can sort of put through my emotions and, like I say, resolve a lot of things. I also listen to a lot of music and I get my inspiration from there. So yeah, thank you.
Okay, next Tumadi. Tumadi is one of the third generation artists in Singapore in batik painting. I think that what I like about this work is that he's willing and daring to experiment on not the normal one. Usually it's cotton, and what he did is on paper. There's some collages here and some scriptures writing, I guess. So to show that she's exploring new style in the contemporary. She's very conventional, very traditional, and these are the characters of the wayang kulit that I mentioned just now. He's a Javanese, I'm a Javanese. We are deep-rooted, but our parents came from Indonesia and we settled down here. So this Singapore is a melting pot. So what I like about this one, the daringness, how he explored. So I think that's wonderful. I think he need to explore more. These are one of the characters. There's maybe Ramayana. There is Gatot Kaca. There is one of the Dalang. Yes, I think it's one of the characters in the Ramayana epic. So there's so many characters that I mentioned you earlier. So next we'll go to Amanda. Amanda is a student. Now she's in St. Martin Art College in London. I was there 25 years ago. I guess that was a very, very long time ago, and I don't know what happened to London. So there is a spiritual input. So he tried to express in this cotton, Indian cotton rag paper. So another artist that really try new things, new medium, new texture, new ideas. So I guess what we should do as a local artist also, we need to explore more. We have to come up from the comfort zone that we are influenced by our environment here. So we need to get our artists need to get out from Singapore. Be it artists, be literature, be chef, be anything in fine art. In my context, fine art is everything. That is why they call it fine. Fine is from here. It's really here. So you have to study what is really fine to you. Either you being a hypocrite or are you being real to yourself? Okay. So some of this work did apply them when we talk to them. So when they reach to a certain age, they will feel different about how they see life, introspective of an individual artist. So yeah, that is. But she's young though. She's coming back. She's coming back. She 3 years course. Okay, next. This is a wonderful wonderful painting. It's something new in Maya Gallery. Why we pick this is because I guess Maya also want to educate the audience, not just the conventional, not just the vernacular, but we need contemporarizing. So what interesting about this one is something very cartoonic. When I was small, Ultraman is skinny. I don't know what happened now. It's good fat. So the title of this by Tan Ho is computer game designed by artists. So gimmicky, so funny. So I think please explain.
Hi. Okay, I was inspired by the 6.9 million population approaching year 2030.
Now I
debate about it, so I got inspired. And as an artist, actually, I'm trying to translate that into visual forms. So basically, this is my concept of a computer game, screenshots, and I designed 2 roles basically, and the player can choose. Either you can choose a role as an Ultraman or a Godzilla, and the task is to actually save the increasing population to a safer underground vault. Yeah. So this one actually is a clock where it simulates the year 2030, but it's a running time. So by the time approaching closer to 2030, the population actually hits 6.9, and then it progressively actually have more and more people popping up from the skyscraper. So if you choose the role as Ultraman, you got to save that before you do the combat fighting. That is a kind of imagination. So the rest I leave it to the viewers to interpret it yourself.
Thank you, Encore. I think we already passed a few words. Now we are talking only about aesthetic. We haven't talked about aesthetic. We haven't talked about context. Now it's only the content. That will be another workshop. Yeah. So next.